Alright folks, so this is the flip house. Plumber came in and redid all the plumbing. The last time I showed you I demoed this. It's had about a week and a half to dry out. As severe as this water damage was, you always want to make sure you let that dry out. There is no electricity in here. So normally I'd put a fan on it to speed the process up, but nobody's living here. So I just let it naturally run its course. It's 1 3/8. Back when this house was built, they actually had 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch plywood. Most everything you're going to buy OSB is going to be in 32nd, so you just got to get as close as you can. I bought a 5/8 OSB and 3/4 inch Advantex. Between the two of them, that should equal up. I may be a 32nd off, but I'm going to piecemeal all the drywall back together, put the floor in. Let's see, the doors are all hung. Put in new exterior doors. Got all the canvas demoed. Yard guys working on ripping all that nasty crap out of the fence. I did get a new exterior door, crawl space door. I built this. It's just a couple of 3 shiplap boards that I had at the house, and then I put a can light in the middle. That's going to help cover up all this nastiness up here. Hung new light in the kitchen. I have new cabinet doors coming. My cabinet guy's making them. They decided not to put new countertops in, unfortunately. I'm going to try to make this work. I'm just going to cut this straight and install the stove right here, and then I'll put something there. I don't know. I had thought we were putting new cabinets in, but our new countertops. Front doors hung. I didn't show this, but I did route all these. I had to trim about a little over 1/16 off of each door in order to get it closed properly, but they all close. Hinges are routed. Still got to get a 40-inch bifold for there, 48-inch. A new ceiling fan. Said all these had to be routed. The plumber came in and put in new toilets. We were supposed to have somebody come in and glaze the tubs, but as you can see, that wasn't done. Looks like they want a new mirror hung, I guess. Put new vanity in. It's got a gap underneath it, so I had to makeshift to make this work. I put a filler plate in here because this is usually open, and I put expandifoam in here. I'm just going to cut this straight and fill that up with filler and make it level. This is one of these you just got to do what you can do. They don't make this tile anymore. I put 2 boards in there to fill in the gap. So this is one of those where you put makeup on a pig, because in order to do it right, you really need to rip everything out and start from scratch, but that's not what they want. So new blinds. I think that ceiling fan goes in there. Might go in here. New door. This door did not get replaced. Plumber replaced the toilet. And I installed the sink. Had the same issue in here. They don't make any of this tile anymore, so I just got to clean that up, fill it in, and we're good to go. So that is where I'm at right now. So I still got a couple things to do today. I'm going to go ahead and button this up. I'm basically just putting new subfloor and new sheetrock in. Come back to you when I get it all it's prettied up. Alright, so we got it all buttoned back up. Get the plywood down, just threw the linoleum back over. I've got the first coat of mud on. Had to re-insulate, go back to the store and get insulation. I forgot it. Insulate the walls. This is 20-minute mud. But I have found, depending on how, there is no air on in this house. So it's still too, I put it on probably 2 hours ago and it's still too tacky for me to sand it. So that part's done. I still got a hanging set of bifold doors. I believe she wants this light hung right here, which is going to be kind of odd because you already have a ceiling fan centered in the room. So I'm not certain what I'm going to do with that. This ended up not being wide enough, so I've got to make that board that I put up here to cover this is only 14 inches wide. I need 18 inches in order to cover all the old nastiness. I widened that because these two doors are going to be the same size when I get done. And then I filled in that top piece. Let's see, what else do we do? Found out I do have electricity here. They just had all the breakers shut off. In here, I replaced that exhaust fan. Prettied up the bottom, cut all that nasty foam out, caulked it, sealed all the way around the sink. Put a new mirror up. I think I did the same thing in here. Just prettied it up, sealed it all off, get rid of all that nastiness. Sealed around the sink. So that's it for this job for today. I've still got to put a ceiling fan in. Probably in there, I guess. I don't know. That looks smaller than that's the master, but whatever. So I'm about there, waiting on the cabinet doors to get here. I've got to make this wider. Got to find a lock. I have dorked with these 2 or 3 times, and trying to find a replacement lock for a sliding glass door is pretty hard. They make like 2 different kinds at Lowe's and Home Depot, and you would have to do some major cutting to the door itself in order to make them work on this style of lock. So I've ran into this multiple times. I have yet to find somewhere. This actually has a locking mechanism that slides up and down inside. You slide it up in there and screw it in, and then the knob that locks it slides through. Well, they don't make those, at least not that I can find in my area. So I've still got to replace that. I just don't know where to find one. I'll have to get online. Pretty good amount of work done today on the downhill stretch. I'll sand this, do another rough coat on it, put these shelves back in over here. And a lot of times, instead of mudding this and trying to float these seams out, especially this wall didn't get anything done to it, just this one, I'll caulk this as long as it's not a huge amount of caulk. It's going to be back in the corner. You're not really going to see it, so it's not too big of a deal. I'll probably do the same over here. I didn't bring my corner bead, or I'd have probably mudded it. But all right, we'll be back on this one sometime next week. But I've got to bring my little compound miter saw and fix that trim up there. That's what this piece is for. It's just to finish out that crown, and then bring that piece back. And this one will be about done.